So we're just waking up to yet another beautiful day on the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. We're at Granary Wharf in Leeds. We've got an early start today because we have to travel up through Leeds before the last passage through NEWLAY and Forge locks. These locks are actually locked up out of hours simply because they get a lot of trouble up there. We've been led to believe that it can get a bit boisterous up there with people jumping in the locks and a bit of vandalism. They employ lock keepers on the locks to help boaters through. And in the summer months, we understand that they also have security guards on the locks. So we're not sure what we're going to encounter. So we're going to make an early start and hopefully get through the locks before there's too many people about. So that's the plan for today. We're not sure exactly how much further than the outskirts of Leeds we'll get. We'll just see how we go, but as I say, we're making an early start, so hopefully we'll make good progress. We've just got our first lock of the day coming up, which is Office Lock. So we're going to head through here and hopefully you'll enjoy the journey with us. So we're just waiting to go into the second lock of the day. It's just turned 8 o'clock, so we've made an early start. Hopefully we'll get to the Kirkstall locks in good time. Unfortunately, a boat's off just before us, so all the locks are set against us, but well, they're not too bad. They're a lot smaller than the locks that we're used to, so they're not taking as long to empty and fill. So we've just arrived at this lock, which I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it's a staircase lock of 2. Now, we've never actually done a staircase lock, so this is a first for us. So we're just going to kind of go along and work out what we need to do and see how it goes. So this is our 5th lock of the day, still early morning. We're heading up into Armley now, and this is Spring Gardens Lock. So this is our second flight of locks this morning. It's a flight of 3 locks going up. We're just following another pair of boats, so we've just got to the top of the locks. So we're having to empty the lock to go up. There's nobody else waiting to come down. This lock has a Canal and River Trust lock keeper on this flight, simply because apparently this is one of the flights that we've been told gets quite a lot of trouble. To be quite honest, at this moment in time, it's hard to believe because it seems quite peaceful. Other than dog walkers, cyclists, there's nobody else really about. But as I say, this is one of the flights of locks that we were forewarned about. So we'll see how this pans out. We've just arrived at NEWLAY locks. This is the last of the Leeds locks and it's another 3 rise. Again, no trouble, just lots of gongoozlers out enjoying the sunshine. Now after this we've got a lock-free stretch for a few miles, but there are lots of swing bridges. The plan now will be to carry on this afternoon up to Saltaire, but in doing this we will have another 5 locks to do, and that will bring today's total of locks to 17. We're just passing yet another swing bridge. On this section, it's a lovely section of canal. There's no locks. We're actually somewhere between Rodley and Appley Bridge, and it's absolutely beautiful. The weather's helping, but the downside of it is there are a lot of swing bridges on this section of canal, and luckily that one was left open, so we didn't have to stop for that. So we've just come to this swing bridge at Appley Bridge. It is a mechanical one. We're just waiting further down there. And this is the control panel, which Ollie is operating. Unfortunately, it's a really busy day and there are lots of pedestrians and there's some cyclists coming, and there is also a queue of traffic waiting to cross the bridge. And there we are, just coming through it. So we've just arrived at the last locks that we're doing today, and it's a 3-rise lock. This is field lock. This is this is the last one, thankfully. We're absolutely worn out. It's been a long day. We had an early start, and as you can see, the sun's starting to set. It's getting a bit chillier now, so we're just going to have a look, suss out what we need to do, make sure everything's set right for us going in, and we'll take it from there.
sorry. How was the 3 rise locks?
Are you filming?
Yes.
Do you know what? Quite frankly, I am buggered. I've lost count of locks that we've done today.
We've had a nice time. And it's been completely stress free.
I thought being on a narrowboat was meant to be relaxing. And it's not. I'm ready for some beer and wine.
Okay, we'll call it a day at that.
Yeah, I think it's time tomorrow. Arrived at Saltaire, and this is Salt's Mill. Now there's some brilliant visitor moorings here, but you're not allowed to moor overnight. Apparently, according to a chap that we were speaking to earlier, he told us that it's because they don't want generators running down on the visitor moorings overnight, so we can't stop here. So we're just going to head up and park just behind the ice cream barge that you can see in front. Apparently that's where we've been advised is probably the best place to stay if we want to come to Saltaire. So I just thought I'd show you our mooring for tonight. It's hopefully going to be a little bit quieter than the centre of Leeds was. So we're really close here to Salt's Mill, which you can just see over there. And there's the church, which is absolutely beautiful, stunning. So I think it's time for something to eat. So if anybody's wondering how Purdy's getting on the boat and if she's settling, I think we can safely say that she's just her usual self. She's chilling out, eating lots of food and sleeping most of the time, and seems perfectly happy.
Hi.
So that's day 2 done. That's day 2 done. It's been a tiring day. We've covered about nearly 14 miles and I think we've done 17 locks today and numerous swing bridges. I've completely lost count of those. It's been a tiring day. Leeds wasn't as bad as we were led to believe. I mean, we spoke to the lock keepers on the Kirkstall locks, and they both said that they do need security in the summer due to people jumping in the locks and messing around, but we didn't have any trouble there. We had a bit of a sticky moment above on Dobson 2 rise locks because a boat had just come out of the locks when we got there and unfortunately had left the ground paddles open, so that took a bit of sorting out. But we've finally reached Saltaire. We weren't planning actually on coming as far as this, but we're glad that we have because we've got a really nice mooring spot in the village, and I'm just going to make a curry for tea, and I'm going to settle down with a few beers, maybe a glass of wine or two, and get a good night's sleep ready for day 3.